IFIS was born in a restaurant, an Italian restaurant in Strasbourg. When we discussed with Thomas, we felt that on an international level it was missing. A conference on food irradiation was missing. And we spoke, of course, about the situation in Europe, how to unlock that market, that potential market for irradiation techniques and for e-beam especially. So we thought that it was really the right time to organize such a conference. The idea was really to bring together not only the radiation processing community, but also the actors of the food chain. Food processors, retailers, consumers, and the idea is really to bring a networking between all these actors.
We lack in the community of food ionization such events, such opportunities to gather the people, to meet, to exchange some idea and to build future partnership collaboration to help the industry. It's happening in the US, but it's really a conference which touches the whole world of ionization. The proof is that we have up to 35 different countries represented and more than 130 participants, which also confirm the interest for such an event all around the world.
The reason I'm extremely excited about IFIS is because, one, we are in 2023. We've just come out of a pandemic. There's a lot of interest among people to have safe food, clean food, and food that can extend for extended periods of time. And so this is the best opportunity to bring all the leading experts in food irradiation, food processing, for ionizing technologies into one location. I'm probably very biased. Texas A&M University is the best place to have any sort of an event related to food. Agriculture and Texas are synonymous. So it's also in Dallas. We have a very, very large food processing community. And so this just makes a lot of sense to have it in Dallas.
The International Atomic Energy Agency invited over 20 participants from around the world to come to this symposium. And it's very important for them. And we have a full range of people who are expert in the area and people who are new to the subject. And it's important that they get a flavour, a taste of what's happening. And this is an ideal event, this is an ideal symposium to do that.
Well, there are several barriers for food irradiation right now. Right now, there's the hard barriers, soft barriers. We can mention regulation, then knowledge, lack of technology. But I think that the main purpose of IFIS is just to show what are these barriers, and not only show this, but show the best way to address them. So we could be thinking in the increase of the use of the technology. We wanted to take people from every perspective, so retailers, service providers, consumers, regulators. So I think that it's challenging, but I think that it's the main purpose of that.